trainer's decision, or who made that call?
As I said, Rashawn didn't feel like he could play in the game.
Has he indicated to you that he may decide to sit the rest of the season?
No.
Jim, we talked to a bunch of guys last couple weeks. Zordich said he thought this was, in terms of true team, offense, defense, special teams, everybody's got each other's back. Devin said that. A lot of guys have said that. In terms of a team that seems to have coaches have players' backs, players have coaches' backs, full like that. I mean, does it feel like that to you, right? With the way these guys are working and going good?
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. It's a real joy to coach these guys. They enjoy practicing. They enjoy each other's company. You see it every day. And so yeah, it's a great group to be around. Much as I've ever enjoyed a group of ball players, coaching a group. Yeah, they play hard, they play smart, and play good. It's a tough team. And back to work.
You want it to be like that every year, and you've been around a lot of teams. But is there a uniqueness to that with this group, and in terms of being closer than most or normal? I don't like to compare, but I mean, is there a uniqueness to this?
That's just good. It's just a good ball team, you know. I always thought the best ball teams are like from the neighborhood, you know. It's like guys from the neighborhood and that, you know, friends, and makes up a ball team. And that this team reminds me of those kind of great teams that you were on, whether it was high school or grade school or college or pro. That they're for each other. They're happy for each other's success. Another thing that really speaks loudly to me that I notice is how they talk about each other. You know, rarely do they take on the credit for something. Even when somebody's trying to give it to them, they disperse it to a teammate. And it's genuine. They are happy for the other guy's success. It's so many good things.
Front right here, Kyle. You asked that question. All right, back at him.
Jim, I know the old Michigan State 0 for 12 on third down that was mentioned. I believe that was probably a season low or game low total for rushing yards in the D'Antonio era. Is there anything specifically that you're pulling from this game as far as building block material for the rest of the season?
Yeah, still trying to build, and as we said, there's a long way to go. But I mean, there was some incredible things that came out of this game. Defense holding the opponent to under 100 yards. The third down production by our defense, getting off the field. Another game with 11 punts in it. Things that I think it's the lowest total, or one of the lowest totals of the year. There's a lot of statistics in that way. As I said right after the game, this was a dream game as far as statistics, and I thought our guys played really, really good. And of course, we're always going to try to strive to play even better, and not to take anything away from our defense, because they played a magnificent game. But Michigan State had some injuries, and Brian Lewerke, who I really think is a heck of a good quarterback, my eye, with no evidence of any MRIs or anything, I don't think his shoulder's right. I think he's throwing the ball like somebody's got a torn labrum. He just doesn't have the pop on it. So, that was another factor in the game. And I think we can. I think we can still keep going and keep improving as a defense and as a team.
About just we talked about progress of offensive line. This second game in a row against Michigan State had the #1 rush defense. You guys ran the ball well. Offensive line was a big part of that.
Yeah.
Where do you see this progression continually going for the O-line?
Well, the same. Want to keep getting better and keep improving. I thought we did a really good job being patient in the game, especially in the first half. Kept coming back to the run game, kept tweaking the run game, kept going back to it, and eventually that was really good for us in the second half and in the fourth quarter of the game. Thought that the run game was really, really good against a very good defensive run game opponent.
John?
Coach, you mentioned specifically the way this team responded to everything that happened on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the kind of thing that can propel them with even more confidence and resilience into November than you've seen to this point?
Yes. You know, as I said, I mean, we did good. Now let's get back to work, and there's still a long way to go. But there was some really good things in the game. You know, as far as you know, taking care of the team early on in the ball game, the tip ball on the sideline where Nico came back and got that ball, did not let it get intercepted, and you know, didn't stand and watch. But came back and actually, you know, got the completion. I thought that was great. Later in the game, Gentry, you know, similar type of play, but you know, I think that that kind of hustle, that kind of determination is really good. Yes, we're gonna point out all those things to the squad because it's a great example for other guys on the team as well. But a lot of really good things. Thought they, you know, it comes down to guys making plays. It always does. Shea Patterson, another really good game. Not only is there a tough opponent or crowd noise and with elements, and I thought that he played a superb game. You know, no bigger than on the 4th and 2. In the fourth quarter, he comes up with 10 or 12 or 13 yards, and that was a huge play. Guys making plays, guys making blocks, and line blocking, backs running hard, receivers making tough catches. Donovan, Nico in the back of the end zone, Grant Perry, Sean McCune, it was Gentry, it was, you know, a bunch of guys making plays. So.
In the back, right, Rojo?
Jimmy,